Greetings of the day, students. Myself P.S. Pal once again, and as I have discussed in my previous videos, various experiments of class 12 physics. Once again, here I am in front of you with another experiment. That is, I am putting here in front of you the paper. You can read out clearly that what I meant to say and which experiment we are going to perform today. It is to determine the resistance of a given resistor using meter bridge. Means we are going to find out the resistance of a standard resistor using meter bridge. Alright? And for this experiment we need certain instruments. What are the instruments? You can see once again I have listed out. I need a meter bridge. I will just show you what is this and how is it arranged. Then a standard resistor whose resistance we have to determine. Then resistance box. I need a key, plug key to on off the switch. Resistance box from which I will take a standard resistance of the known value, a battery to maintain the current in the circuit, and the connecting copper wires. Right? So before moving on to the concept, I want to show you the various instruments used for this. So I show you the various instruments one by one. The first one is a resistance box. You can see here this is a resistance box in which there are copper plugs, thick copper plugs with negligible resistance. These are the two terminals, N terminals from where it is connected, and these are the plug keys. And over these plug keys there is a gap between the copper plugs, copper strips, where it's written which value of the standard resistance will be in use from these resistance box. From this plug, if you take out this plug key, in the circuit 100 ohm resistance will be in use. If I take out this plug key also, then in total the two resistances are in series. 100 plus 50 means 150 ohm resistance will be in use. And if I close this 100, then this 50 ohm will be in use along with this one more resistance which is taken out, so it is 51. Means more plug keys you take out, more will be the resistance in use. And if you want to use only a certain value of the resistance, you take out that one particular plug key. This is a galvanometer. Its zero is in the middle and on either side it is calibrated. Here you can see there are 30 divisions on the left side, 30 divisions on the right side, and when I put it in the circuit, it will show mainly in which direction the current is flowing. It is showing the deflection in the right side, means the current is flowing towards right. If it is showing the deflection in the left side, the current is flowing in the left side. And if it shows the zero reading even when the current is flowing, it means in that part where it is connected, which is usually termed as galvanometer arm, the resistance is and the potential difference is put in the arm in such a way that the effective current in that arm in which this galvanometer is connected is zero. Means through the galvanometer arm current is not flowing. That's why it is showing the zero deflection. Then these are the connecting wires. These are insulated one, and these are the plugs. You may use the crocodile clips. You may use these plug wherever the possibility of inserting is there. Then I have standard unknown resistance whose value to be determined. This is the standard unknown resistance made of nichrome. Okay, and I have connected for my convenience two crocodile clips at the two ends so that I can easily put it in the circuit. Then I have a battery that I will show later, and there is meter bridge. Here it is. You can see this. This is meter bridge arrangement. अभी मैं थोड़ा सा इसको दूर से आपको दिखाऊंगा तो पूरा मीटर ब्रिज आपको एक साथ दिख जाएगा. You can see this. Okay. Right. You can see in this meter bridge there is a scale calibrated with 0 to 100 on either side. And on this meter bridge there is a standard constant wire connected in parallel to this meter scale. You can see I am just moving it so that आपको थोड़ा सा ये क्लैरिटी से दिख जाएगा. अदरवाइज क्या है, जो कलर है वुडन कलर वो इसके साथ मिक्स हो रहा है तो पता नहीं चल रहा है. राइट. एंड हियर आर द copper strips, thick copper strips are used to minimize the resistance of the connecting arms, right? I will connect the battery one terminal, either positive or negative at this terminal and another terminal at the other end. Means I will connect the battery with the plug key on the extreme terminals of the meter bridge wire. There are two gaps provided in the meter bridge. On left side gap I will connect the unknown resistance, that wire I have shown, and on the other side I will connect the resistance box. I will treat this unknown resistance as P, whose value I have to determine, and the known resistance that is taken out from the resistance box I will treat as Q. I will connect the positive of the galvanometer from this middle terminal between these two gaps, and the negative of galvanometer I will connect with a jockey. It is nothing but simply a connecting terminal which provides a broader knife edge, so that when I put it in contact of this meter bridge wire, easily the connection can be made. Because if I directly put it with the copper wire, thin copper wire, maybe sometimes it is not connected properly. So we are given the provision that we can handle it in easy way by using this jockey. So I will connect the negative of the galvanometer to this with the connecting copper wire with this terminal, and I will put the contact of this knife edge of the jockey with the I will put in contact of the meter bridge wire, and it provides me the free contact. Means wherever I want to make the contact, I can make it in the meter bridge wire. Okay. Now I will discuss the principle. The Wheatstone bridge is the I can say this is the circuit diagram first I am showing here. जो मैंने अभी आपको बताया, the meter bridge. You can see the thick copper strip L shape, then middle thick copper strip, and then the right side thick copper strip. Between this middle copper strip and this L-shaped copper strip, first one, whose one terminal I marked as A, there is one gap. Here is unknown resistance wire, I will treat it as P, and then other gap I will connect the resistance box, and the whatever resistance I take out, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm, 50 ohm, whatever it is, that I will treat as Q. This is in parallel to the meter scale, this constant wire of the meter bridge. Okay. Between these two, the middle terminal is I marked as B. I connect the galvanometer positive with this middle terminal, and negative of the galvanometer I will connect to jockey that I marked here as J. I can make the contact of J anywhere on this wire. Suppose I make the contact here, and here the length is suppose 30 centimeter. Then from A to J the length is 30 centimeter. I will start reading 0 from this side. A terminal is there where I have put the अननोन रेजिस्टेंस वायर. मीन्स अननोन रेजिस्टेंस वायर जिधर से वो लेफ्ट गैप माना जाएगा, और उधर वाला जो टर्मिनल वो आपको 0 रीडिंग देगा. वहां से जे तक सपोज ये 30 सेंटीमीटर आ रहा है, आई विल ट्रीट एज बैलेंसिंग लेंथ फॉर दिस. देन द रिमेनिंग लेंथ विल बी 100 minus 30, it will be 70 centimeter. So I treat it here as this. If this is L, unknown in generally variable value, if I discuss, then this will be 100 minus L centimeter. Remember, where I have to take this L means 30, 35, which reading I have to take. For that, what I do, I will keep the galvanometer contact near to A, and I will see the deflection either left or right. Then I put in contact at the extreme. It will be on the right side. Then between these two, anywhere I will get a position where galvanometer gives 0 deflection, null deflection. Suppose I place the contact here of the J and I get 0 deflection in the galvanometer. Then I say this is my balancing length L for this P. Actually in Wheatstone bridge I have 5 resistances, P, Q, I mark it as R, and this is S. And when galvanometer gives 0 deflection, the ratio of P and Q is same as that of R and S, that I show here in the principle. You see, principle of this experiment is balanced Wheatstone bridge. And as I have just in the diagram shown, there are 4 resistances, P and Q. P is the unknown resistance, Q is the known resistance taken from the resistance box. R and S are made by the 2 parts of the meter bridge wire. If the meter bridge wire has resistivity rho and uniform cross section A, then the resistance from 0 to L is suppose R. It can be written as rho L by A. Then the remaining resistance I treat as S. It will be written as rho 100 minus L upon A. So if I put these values here, rho and A will be cancelled and I get it is P by Q equal to L upon 100 minus L. Since experimentally we are determining L and the value of P is known to us, then using the formula P equal to Q into L upon 100 minus L, we can calculate what is the value of unknown resistance P. Now how to take the observations? Before that I will show you how to connect the circuit, and then we will discuss how to take the observations and then how to calculate the value of P. Okay, so now see, this is the meter base, okay, and these are the two extreme terminals where I am going to connect the battery. See, this is the battery, okay, and instead of plug key I am using this on off switch for this battery. Alright, so I am not using the plug key. If I make it on, you can see this LED glows. It means the circuit is having the current with the help of battery, and if it is put off, the current is withdrawn from the circuit. This terminal of the battery is positive, this terminal is negative. Positive is red, negative is black. You can use any one on any one side. So I connect with the help of this connecting wire, this positive end to this one terminal of the meter base. Okay, I think the connection is clear to you. And another one, the negative terminal, I am connecting to another terminal. So this is the connection made with the battery. Plug I am not using because the battery itself has one switch. This is my unknown resistance, and this unknown resistance I am putting here in this left side here. It means I will take my readings from this side. It will be the 0. This is left side gap for me, and this is resistance box. I am putting this resistance box here and I will connect its two terminals with these two terminals. For that I am using two crocodile clips. This is one terminal connected here, and this is another terminal connected here. So resistance box is in use in the circuit in the right way. Now I have positive terminal of the galvanometer. I put it in contact of the meter terminal, and this negative of the galvanometer I am using with this. It is a little harder. I use another plug. Okay, it can reach somewhere. So this negative terminal I am connecting to jockey. Okay, now what I do, I put the switch on and I take about 3 ohm resistance, 1 plus 2. Okay, I am taking here 1 plus 2. 2 plugs I have taken out from resistance box, 1 and 2. So in all it becomes 3 ohm. I put in contact of the meter base wire, and I put the galvanometer in front of you so that you can realize whether the deflection is left or right. Right now it is 0. I put here anywhere in the left side. You can see the deflection is towards this side. Okay, and if it's not clear, I bring the camera a little closer. Now you can see. I think it will show now clearly. It is on the left side. Now I make it in contact somewhere here. It is on the right side. It means between these two lines somewhere I will get 0. So let's see where is it 0. It is left 30, still left, left, right. It means somewhere here it is 0. I am carefully measuring it, and I will not drag the jockey on the wire. Just put in contact smoothly. Here it is about at 62.5. I read it from here. It is 62.5. It gives me the 0 reading. So in this observation table, you can see this observation table. I made certain columns. The first column is always for serial number. I always believe in that how many number of observations you are taking, you must show here the numbers. In second column, I will put here what resistance from resistance box I have taken out, and I am labeling it as Q ohm. In third column, I will write it as L in centimeters, the balancing length, where I get the 0 on the meter bridge wire. Then subtract from 100, I will fill here in this column, and then I will calculate by using the formula P equal to Q into L upon 100 minus L on the back side of this paper, and the value I will write here. I will not make the calculations here, I will write the value after calculation. Calculation I will make here on this other side, where I have seen, I put the heading calculations, P1 equal to Q1, the first value of Q, balancing length L upon 100 minus L. So I got it is 60. First I took this resistance from resistance box, 3 ohms. I fill here 3. So I fill here 3 ohm. Here I will fill 62.5. I am using this for writing down this data. 62.5. Then calculation I will show later on. Okay. Now I take another reading. First I take all the readings. Now I increase the resistance from 3 ohm to 4 ohm. So I will plug in 1 ohm and I will take 2 ohm, 2 plus 2, that is 4 ohm. And let's see where is the 0 again. It is 0 now at 55.5. So I get for 4 ohm, it is 55.5. Then I take 5 ohm. For 5 ohm, I will plug in all 2, 2 and 1, and only 5 ohm key is there, provision is there. So take it out and see the balancing length. Now the balancing length is 49.5 for 5 ohm, 49.5. Then I take it 6. It is now exactly 45 for 6 ohm. Then I take 7 ohm. For 7 ohm it is 41.5. Okay, so these are the readings that I have taken. Now I have to do nothing with the instruments. So I plug switch off. Now I show you that how the calculations are made. So I take the values from here and I show the calculations on the right side. First I fill in this balance. L is this 100 minus L, it is 100 minus the first one, 62.5. So I fill here it is 37.5. For the second one, 100 minus 55.5, it is 44.5. 49.5 means it is 50.5, then it is 55, and 100 minus 41.5, it is 58.5. Now using these values, I will calculate the value of P. So for first P, 3 ohm, L is 62.5, 100 minus L, it is 37.5. So it comes out to be 62.5 divided by 37.5 multiplied by 3. It is approximately 5 ohm. Then for the second one, it is 4 ohm. For 4 ohm, the balancing length was 55.5. So 100 minus L is 44.5. Let's see what is the value. 55.5 divided by 44.5 multiplied by 4. It is approximately 4.99 ohm. Very close to this. It means my values are very accurate and nothing manipulation I have done. I have taken in front of you exact values. For 5 ohm, it is 49.5 balancing length. So 100 minus L is 50.5. 49.5 divided by 50.5 multiplied by 5. It is 4.9 ohm. And for 6 ohm, it is 45 is the L. So 100 minus L is 55. So 45 divided by 55 multiplied by 6. It is 4.9 ohm. And then for the 7 ohm, it is 41.5 balancing length. So 100 minus L is 58.5. So 41.5 divided by 58.5 multiplied by 7. It is 4.97 ohm. Now, what is the average of these? P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5. So I calculate addition of all these. 5 plus 4.99 plus 4.9 plus again 4.9 plus 4.97. The sum is 24.76 divided by 5. So average comes out to be 4.96 ohm. It means the resistance of the given standard resistor is, I will write here in the result, as 4.96 ohm. And now I complete this table also. For first value of 3 ohm, it was 5 ohm, then it was 4.99. Next reading it was 4.9. Again it was 4.9, and the last one was 4.97 ohm. So in this way I completed the table for observations, and I have made all the calculations. I have taken the average of these, and at last I have concluded in the result is the resistance of the given standard resistor is 4.96 ohm. Okay, now this is all about of the experiment, how to determine the resistance of the given standard resistance via using a meter bridge. You can revise it 2 times, 3 times, you can see it, and then in the laboratory whenever you get the chance, you can practice by your own. I think this video will be very helpful to you all. So if it is beneficial to you, you can see it, you can utilize for it, you can like and share, and you can guide the other students also, so that they can get benefit from this. Thank you very much. I will bring next time one more experiment. Have a nice day.